absolutely the greatest experience of my life. I owe it to you guys. I thank you, and I love you all, I guarantee you. Great job.
It's not too often that we read the last chapter of a book before we see those that lead up to it. But in this case, we're looking at Phil Dobbs, who accepts the trophy for Park High School on the field at Camp Randall in Madison, as Park has become the 1988 WIAA Division I state football champions. The chapters that led up to that began the night before in Racine at Park High with a great pep rally.
Good evening. It's really fun to be here tonight on an occasion like this. I'd like to just comment on one or two items. This is really the epitome of what athletics is all about. Our football team has demonstrated good determination, effort, and cooperation with the coaching staff. They are to be commended for that. Their parents for their roles and support over the years to get to this level. It doesn't happen in 1 year. And all the spectators of Park High School and the city who are involved in supporting our football team. This is just super and great.
It's really a pleasure, really an honor for me to be here this evening. In the 1940s, I was a student here at Park High School. That was the time Park went to the state championship basketball tournament in Madison and they beat Shadow in the finals. The only team in the city of Racine, only school in the city of Racine that's done that, known as equal that. And now we're on the eve of another great event, and we are so proud as a community, as a city, I'm sure as your parents and families are, of the wonderful team that is appearing here for Park High School this week. I also want to tell you my wife was a graduate here, my 3 children went here, so I'm Park High all the way.
You want to watch this next real closely, because in a couple of minutes, you'll see music set back 100 years by the coaching staff at Park.
made a lot of things possible for us. If you look at the new part of our uniforms with our football players and the turtleneck sweaters, I'd like to thank the doctors at Curtin Clinic for their generosity. I'd also like to thank all of the merchants and individuals and alumni that chipped in and bought the appearance groups that I have never been associated with for a lot of support throughout the season. I think I'm speaking for all of the coaches when I say that even though we practiced in 100-degree plus weather way back in August, through freezing temperatures in November, there wasn't a day that we didn't want to practice with these young men. It's great to do. I don't know that we ever really felt that this was going to be a reality, but I think as the season progressed, and especially when we hit that playoff tempo, I really felt, I think the coaches did, that this just might be the year that we can take the field to the tunnel at Camp Randall Stadium. We are proud not only to represent the southern half of Wisconsin and the city of Racine, but really proud to represent the people of Park High School. I know that there's a lot of players, the former players that I've seen at the games and I'm probably here tonight, that through the years would love to have had this opportunity, who also worked hard to develop the kind of program that we're at today. And I think all of those people that played in the last 10, 15 years here have contributed to where we are now. And I thank them too. If we can put
It's a deep bowl here on the floor of Camp Randall in Madison, Wisconsin. How do you do, everybody? I'm Chuck Purse, and along with Bob Vallone, we'll be bringing you some sights and excitement of this 1988 WIAA Division I State Championship football game. The teams could not be farther apart geographically or philosophically. 413 miles separate the Spartans from Superior. That's as far northwest as you can get. Park, the Panthers, as far southeast as you can get. Philosophically, let's look at the styles of the two teams. It's a wishbone attack. It's on the ground for the Spartans of Superior, but you know Park, they go both ways. Oh, they've got the runners in Moss and Dawkins and Sams, and they've got the quarterback in Quirk, and the receivers in Jacqueline, and also in Manley. So we'll have to see what's going to be happening in this football game. Each team comes in with a record of 11-1. Park, the Big 9 Conference champ, and it's the Northern Lakes Championship for the Spartans of Superior. The ball game's going to be starting. We'll be getting some shots down here in the sidelines and up in that big press box high in the sky. But we'll, as I said, capture the sights, capture the excitements of this championship game, and who knows, maybe in a little while we'll be able to crown Park the 1988 WIAA Division I Football Championship. As I said, I'm Chuck Purse, the cameraman's Bob Vallone. Let's have some action. The game actually didn't start that well for Park, because after receiving the opening kickoff, on the first play from scrimmage, Superior quarterback Chad Johnson ran for more than 20 yards. But from here on in, the game belongs to Park. The second quarter began with Park on the 28-yard line of Superior, and as Park did all year long, it calls on Moss. First, an 18-yard run to the 10. And then around left end, the 10 yards for the score. The extra point by Quirk was good, and with 11 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in the second quarter, Park had the first lead 7-0. Park got 2 additional touchdowns in the second quarter. A 56-yard run by Moss, the extra point good. Park led 14-0. And then Manley, a 52-yard touchdown after recovering a fumble. 2 minutes and 1 second remain. Park leads 21-0. And as Park charged off the field at the end of the first half, it was that lead by 21, and it was up to the Pompon squad to carry the routine through halftime. When the teams returned to the field for the second half, Park quarterback Ron Quirk was warming up an arm he would soon put to good use. Park began the second half scoring on a 46-yard touchdown run by guess who? Moss. Then it was time for Quirk's arm. A 24-yard touchdown pass to Brad Brown, and Park led 34-0. After that, it was strategy. Park had to maintain its lead.
Give him a shove and go to linebacker. Calm down. Give him a shove.
And then time for the cheerleaders, and then time for the fans. In 15 seconds, Park High School is going to become the 1988 WIAA Division I champions in football with a 34-14 victory over Superior. Behind me, you're going to see the jubilation. You know the words of the Park fight song, Hail to the Park High, hail thy orange and blue. How about Hail to the Park High, your champions through and through.
Absolutely the greatest experience of my life. I owe it to you guys. I thank you, and I love you all, I guarantee you. Great job.
Picks up here, right?
Okay. There you go.
You know, one of the things that has set this Park team apart from the others this year, oh yes, we've been talking all year long about the offense, about Moss, about Quirk, and the rest of the offense. But they wouldn't have a chance to do what they do without the strength of the defense. The defensive line coach, Chuck Ellis. I tell you, you and your guys deserve all the credit in the world. As I said, we talk about the offense, but the defense, the unsung heroes.
Well, I tell you, we've been playing this way all year long. We started out in August, and we set our goal to come here to Madison in August, and we made it. We finally made it. We're by playing good defense, and that's what it's all about. If you got a good team, you can play good team defense. Defense is the backbone of most good teams. The teams that usually make a mistake are the teams that play good defense.
No question about it. You guys have. What's the secret?
Well, I'll tell you, like I said in the Journal Times, getting good kids. If you get good kids, and I mean good kids, I mean not only just good athletically, but also good academically, you can do a lot of things.
Congratulations to you, Chuck.
Thank you very much.
It's going to be a moment with Phil Dobbs at the end of this. And Phil, you said when you won the trophy, when you accepted the trophy, it was your greatest moment.
Well, how can you have a better moment than that in coaching? I mean, there's not a coach alive that wouldn't say if I could just win the state championship, or we could win the state championship. I mean, to us, this is the Super Bowl, the Rose Bowl, whatever else it is. I'm not going to coach a Super Bowl team or a Rose Bowl team, so you get a state championship team, it doesn't get any better than that.
They always say it sinks in a day or two later. When's it going to sink in?
I'm not sure it's sunk in yet. You know, we've got a lot of things to take care of. We got to dress and get out of here, and I got to get some meeting done with the everybody, but you know, maybe it'll sink in when I get and read the papers tomorrow. But I tell you, I mean, I feel absolutely wonderful right now, and I'm sure I'm going to feel great for a long time. I mean, there's not much you can do better than this, and I really am happy to have been able to share this with the greatest bunch of kids that you've ever seen. I mean, they really are a wonderful group of young people, and it's a great experience.
A closing note, Tom Sager, your basketball coach, just came by and said on this same date, November 11th, but going back about 35 years, 1933, something happened to your dad. Tell us about that.
Well, I knew they won a state championship, but I didn't realize it was on this same date, and Tom just found that from my dad. I'll tell you, that's the other thing. My dad and mom were able to be here and sit in the press box and share this. They came all the way from South Dakota, and I mean, that's really a thrill for me, too.
Just like a chip off the old block, right? Like father, like son. Phil Dobbs, congratulations.
Thank you, Chuck.
And thank you for all your help. And congratulations to your team.
And I appreciate all you've done for us. You've did great coverage throughout the whole year. Thank you.
That's it. Well, that's it. We're here inside. You know, before when we started this, we were out on the gridiron. Now I guess we could say we're deep in the bowels of Camp Randall. But Park is victorious, 34-14. As you just heard from Phil Dobbs, he has nothing more that he could say about his team. He loves everyone, which he said on the platform when he accepted the trophy. And why not? As I said to you before, the first words of the fight song for Park High is, "Hail to thee, Park High, hail thy orange and blue." Let's change it. Hail to thee, Park High, you're champions through and through. For my cameraman, whose eyes you're looking for right now, looking through right now, Bob Vallone, I'm Chuck Purse. Thank you for being with us. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll tell you what, we did too. It was a thrill for us, but nowhere near the thrill that it was for Park. Congratulations, Park. You earned it. Well, I hope